Ladies and gentlemen, we're back, boys and girls. We made it. We're finally here to NFL season. Or at least it starts on Thursday. What is up, everybody? It's Mars Sports, it's your boy Marshall. Today, we're making, for the first time this year, NFL predictions. And predictions, week by week predictions. So, yeah. Anyways, let's do this. So, we have a slate of 32 games. No, excuse me, 16 games, sorry. So, this won't be nearly as long as the college football picks, by the way. From my opinion on the USC LSU game last night, painful loss, but we look good. Defense looks better. Garrett Nussmeier looks like a really good quarterback, besides those last two throws. And all we need to do is just cut down the penalties, then we'll be elite. So, yeah. Anyways, but I was really mad after that loss last night. So yeah. Anyways, though, let's do this. Plus we're cursed in opening games. Anyways, let's do this. So let's do NFL predictions. Starting off with a really really good one to start the year. Of Ravens and Chiefs. Now I made NFL record predictions way back in May. Yeah, and I got a lot of mixed opinions on them. Yeah, but well, my feelings have changed since then, I guess. But I don't know. I guess in some ways. But here we go. So Ravens are coming off a really good season. They got Lamar Jackson now back, of course. Well, duh. Was there any doubt there? Well, obviously they signed last year. Excuse me. I think it was last year. Yeah, and sorry, I'm very rusty. And they have now Derrick Henry, and so that really help them. And yeah, they do lose Patrick Queen, so that's gonna be a little bit. That would be interesting to see how the defense will deal without him. But yeah, and the Chiefs are the reigning Super Bowl champions. They do get Juju Smith-Schuster back, which who knows how that'll go. Mahomes and Kelsey will obviously be the playmakers, and Andy Reid's there. Still, I know there's some questions on whether he's retiring or not at the end of last year, but he's back. So, yeah, anyways, there's that. Wow, wait, they lost every single preseason game. Dang. Anyways, Chiefs lost to Detroit last year in the opener. I think it'll be similar. I think the Ravens will get revenge on the Chiefs. I think the Ravens are going to win. Oh, I'm in a minority. Interesting. Just think the Chiefs, Hollywood Brown will be out, I think. I think Rashee Rice is playing. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure about that. I think he's playing. I thought he got suspended. Yeah. And then there's that. No more Kadarius Toney, so that should help the Chiefs. But we'll see. Anyways, 39% go with the Ravens, but remember Detroit beat them last year, so we'll see how that goes. We'll see if the Ravens do the same things. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Friday night in Brazil, or will it be night? Will it be nighttime in Brazil or daytime? I don't know. We had the Packers versus Eagles. It's very weird to have a Friday night game, but it's pretty cool. Although it's kind of sucks it's on Peacock because it's not as accessible. Because like I can't get on cable or YouTube TV, but what do I know? That's like a boomer saying that. Anyways, so Packers had a really strong end to their season last year. Made it all the way to the divisional round of the playoffs and almost beat the 49ers. I think Packers are set up for a really good year. And the Eagles had a really slow end to their season last year. They had a really, really bad ending to their season, but we'll see if they can recover from that. So yeah. Anyways, Packers, they now have Josh Jacobs. They do lose Aaron Jones, but they have Josh Jacobs to replace him. And then you also have Malik Willis as their backup. And they got two new quarterbacks, Michael Pratt and Malik Willis, I guess. But Jordan Love should be elite. And there's that. Is Sean Clifford still on that team? I forgot. Anyways, but they should be a good team this year. They're a young team, but they could do good. And the Eagles, I'm kind of, I don't know. We'll see what the Eagles do this year. I mean, the Eagles they had a really, really bad ending to their season last year. I just don't know if what's that crazy? They did make a lot of good moves in free agents, during the offseason in general, I guess. They got Saquon Barkley. They also got Jahan Dotson a few weeks ago. Ow, sorry, I just have a clip for some reason. They also have Kenny Pickett as their backup now, so there's that. And yeah, uh, I know they got some others. Jason Kelsey, I think they lost Jason Kelsey, and I forgot who else retired. I think one of the other Alana retired from the Philadelphia. I forgot who. I know Jason Kelsey retired, of course. Yeah. Anyways, I'm actually gonna go with the Packers to win this game. Wow, it's split. 41% go with the Packers. I think it'll be a very good game though. See, and also I heard something a few months ago that they couldn't wear green at the game. You know, they picked the two green teams, but what do I know? So yeah, there's that 41% go with the Packers. I'm going with the Packers to win that game. Now moving on to the Sunday slate of games. Let's start off with my team. Panthers versus Saints. This will be a longer picks video than usual probably for NFL, just because recapping the offseason. Panthers. The Panthers was just garbage last year. I mean, does not get much worse than that. Bryce Young seems like he has improved. From rumors say he has improved over the offseason, so interesting to see. I don't really know who they get. They lost DJ Chark, I guess, or did it? I think, or did they get him? Or I forgot. I don't know, but I don't really know many notable moves the Panthers made. I know they got rid of cornerback Lamar Jackson and got cornerback Michael Jackson. So yeah, I saw a TK12 short on that a few weeks ago. It was really funny. It was really, really funny, yeah. But we'll see. New coach, I forgot his name, Brian Callahan I'm thinking of a different one. That might be one for the Titans, I forgot. Anyways, there's that. And the Saints, it's my favorite team. I also say this. I predict them to be 10-7 this year, which that could still happen. But I just don't know if that really stands, because I know now that still could happen, but I feel like they could be a bad team too. Because the thing is, that offense really concerns me. Because Dennis Allen's back, which he's ranked the worst coach in the league by CBS, which that's concerning. And they do have Derek Carr again, which Derek Carr was kind of underwhelming last season. He wasn't terrible. There was worse, but he just didn't put up the amazing numbers. I don't know if it's probably part of coaching. It's probably part of its coaching, but still, I think they got. Hopefully, Derek Carr improves from last season. Hopefully, he can go back to his old self, where he's actually pretty good. They do have they did get some offensive players over the offseason. They got Cedric Wilson from the Dolphins. We'll see, and I think he's a new kick returner, from what I can tell. We'll see what I can do with him. I think he could be decent. We got Chris Olave, of course, Rashid Shaheed. We re-signed him. It's only a 1-year deal, but still. We also have Jamal Williams and Alvin Kamara and Kendrick Miller. So we got a good running back room, although I think Kendrick Miller's injured, but who knows. And O-line will be a little bit of a question mark, but because Ramczyk being out and Trevor Penning having just not living up to the potential that he was hyped for. We did get what's his name? Talise Fuagua, so that should help our O-line. So that we got from Oregon State, so that's good. Although that's when Oregon State was still in the Pac-12, when the Pac-12 was still the Pac-12 and not the Pac-2. But we did get to Talise Fuagua. I think that's a really good pick for the Saints. Yeah, anyways, but that defense though, I think that defense could carry the whole season, because they got Chase Young over the offseason, Willie Gay as well. We got from the Chiefs. Almost got Justin Simmons, but he went to the Falcons, bro. That kind of sucks, but we don't need Justin Simmons. We got a really good defense. We do have Demario Davis, Marshall Lattimore, Tyrann Mathieu, Cam Jordan. We got a lot of good defense. So I think Saints will be a very defensive team this year, and similar to last year, I guess. But yeah. Anyways, I'm going with the Saints to win this game, just because the Panthers are just I don't think they're gonna be very good this year. 80% go with the Saints. Let's freaking go. There's that. But we'll see if the Saints. We'll see if the Saints could actually be a decent team this year. We'll see. It just really depends on the offense. They got Clint Kubiak as their offense coordinator now, but Pete Carmichael got fired and went to Denver. So yeah. So we'll see if Clint Kubiak can save that offense. Yeah. Steelers, Falcons. Steelers got like a lot of quarterbacks. And they have Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. Russell Wilson, I think what I heard, he's gonna be the starter. So yeah, and the oh my God, it's all the losses. But the Falcons actually are probably the most hyped the Falcons have been in a long time. And I even think they're gonna be good this year. That's Saints. I'm a Saints fan. Heck, I've been talking to Wafik. I think the Falcons will be a good team this year. I think they could be like a 9-8 team, which that's actually a solid record. Steelers, though, they got Patrick Queen. Obviously, they got Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, of course. They got they got George Pickens still, and they got rid of Kenny Pickett, but like for Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, but I think they could be a solid team this year. They got who they get? Troy Fautanu I think they got Troy Fautanu from Washington, if I'm not mistaken, and the Falcons. Got also another team that got a lot of quarterbacks for the offseason. They got Kirk Cousins, of course, from the Vikings. I think that's to be really dangerous for their competitors. And then, but then they drafted Michael Penix Jr. in the first round for some reason. So, serious, that was a terrible draft pick. Like Michael Penix is a really good player, but they did not need a quarterback. But they did get like Justin Simmons and Matt Judon over the last few weeks. They've been making some moves on defense, which that scares me. And they got Rondale Moore now, but unfortunately he's gonna be out for the year. So yeah, but they still got Kyle Pitts and Jake London. So and yes, what's his name? Jesse Bates. Yeah, I think he used to be on the Bengals. If I'm not mistaken. Anyways, I think the Falcons are gonna win this game. Really, only 44%. I think Steelers be a good team, but I think the Falcons could come strong their first week. So, yeah, 44% go with the Falcons, yeah. I hate to admit it, but I think the Falcons are going to be a good team this year. Yeah. Anyways, Cardinals versus Bills. At the Bills-Cardinals, I mean, I don't even know what they did. They seem like they got rid of more players than gained. Well, they got Marvin Harrison, which is a really good pick for them. They'd be really good for Kyle Murray. And then, but they got rid of... what's his face? Rondale Moore. We just talked about him earlier about him getting injured the rest of the year. And then they got Desmond Ridder and they cut him, so forget about that. But the Cardinals, Jonathan Gannon's still their coach, so we'll see how they can do it. They showed some promise in last season. But we'll see with the Cardinals. I just don't know if they're going to be that good this year. We'll see. Then the Bills. Bills are a really good team. Well, they were a really weird team last year. They had lost a lot of games, but then they got the second seed in the playoffs. Like, they were literally in a situation where they could have gotten the second seed in the playoffs or missed the playoffs entirely. That was a crazy situation. But Bills, I think, will be a weird team again this year. Heck, we'll see. They did lose Stephon Diggs to the Texans, but they do replace him with the Macy's lover himself, Keon Coleman, which is probably my favorite player. Honestly, one of my favorite players out of the draft this year because his personality is amazing. He's got the best personality, that's for sure. Dude, that clip with him is so funny. Nah, Macy's, what you mean? That is so fun. I love Keon Coleman so much, bro. But yeah, there's that. I think Keon Coleman will be really good, and they do have. I think they re-signed. I don't think they re-signed. They got Chris Cook, or what's his name? Dalvin Cook's brother. I forgot his. I think it's Chris Cook. Sorry, there's a lot of people with last name of Cook, but Josh Allen's obviously there still. So yeah, you also have Kincaid and Knox was their tight ends. Yeah. Anyways, I think the Bills are gonna win this. 83% go to the Bills as well. So yeah. Yeah, but there's that. Now we get the Titans versus the Bears. The Titans, Will Levis will be the starter this year, from what I can tell. So I guess they got rid of Malik Willis, yeah. But Titans, I just don't know. That team's kind of a question mark because I had a really bad had them be really bad team this year. I don't think they're gonna be as bad as I initially thought. I don't think they'd be that good, but I don't think they'd be 2-15. It's just the thing about my thought was Mike Vrabel wasn't really it. People are saying Mike Vrabel wasn't really the issues. It's like, hey, it's not, might as well. I don't even know at this point. So anyways, there's that. But yeah. And the Bears, they're getting really hyped this year. Caleb Williams, they drafted Caleb Williams and Roma Odunze in the first round. So that's a big deal. So yeah, there's that. That's a lot high for the Bears, although Bears haven't really done that, have hyped quarterbacks and they never use them properly. Trubisky, I guess they made the playoffs that one year, but outside of that, I guess they made the playoffs a few times, but outside of that, they didn't have for that long. And Justin Fields was not a success with them, and then Caleb Williams, we'll see how he does with them. And Caleb Williams with a USC team that had a horrible defense last year, which they fixed. They fixed it, I guess, because I learned that the hard way. But Caleb Williams, I think will be good. I don't think he's the best rookie QB in my opinion, because I think he's a better one in my opinion. But call me biased all you want, but I think Caleb Williams will still be pretty good. I could see the Bears going 9-8 this year. So yeah, I'm gonna go the Bears win this. 74% go with the Bears. Yeah, I think the Bears will actually be a solid team this year. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Patriots, Bengals. Patriots, that team's just a disaster. They got Drake May as their coach now. We'll see what they can do with them. They got Drake May at the draft, and I still have a big question mark on how he's gonna do. I just don't know if I'm sold on him yet. They got rid of Schuster. They got rid of what's his name? Devontae Parker. He retired. They drafted 2 quarterbacks, Drake May and Joe Milton. In fact, at one point, Joe Milton's outperforming Drake May. I don't know who's going to be the starter. I think it's Brissett for this week. I don't know. It could be May. I have no clue. I think the Brissett got injured. I have no clue who's going to be the starter. But we'll see how the Patriots do. I just don't. They lost a lot of players. They lost Matt Judon, of course, as well. Probably their best player at that point. And the Bengals had a really kind of struggle last season. They still managed a 9-8 record, and they were last in their division, but it was a really, really, really good division last year. But Joe Burrow is healthy again. Jamar Chase is there, and they actually got T. Higgins still, so there's that. And yeah, we'll see how they can do. Bengals, I think they're due for a revenge season. I'm gonna go with the Bengals to win this one. 79% go with the Bengals. Yeah. Anyways, moving on to Texans Colts. Oh, hey, where have I seen this? Oh, literally the last game the Colts played, at least regular season game. Both these teams are pretty hyped up. I think it'll be good this year. Texans had their best year in a long time last year. To go 10-7, making the playoffs, win the first game in the playoffs, and then win the playoff game. So Texans got a lot of hype surrounding them. They were probably the winner in the offseason, in my opinion. Look, they won every single freaking they won every single preseason game. Wow. Well, all but one. Sorry. Oh yeah, the Hall of Fame game. They won most of their preseason games. C.J. Stroud might be a top 5 quarterback this year. They got a lot. They made a lot of moves in the offseason. They got Stephon Diggs, Joe Mixon, Daniel Hunter. Come on, that's just crazy to me how they got all those players. My God, my good Lord, the Texans are cooked in the offseason. They cooked in the offseason. They did so good in the offseason. We'll see how they do. We'll see that translates on the field. Yeah. And the Colts are, ow, frick, my leg. The Colts, they got some good players, I guess. Did they? Well, did they make any moves? Well, yeah, they got Joe Flacco now. Anthony Richardson should be healthy. Michael Pittman's back. They got what's his name? The dude from UCLA, Liatu Latu, and Adonai Mitchell at the draft. So that should help both sides of the ball. And I think they'll be a good team this year. I think they could have a slow start to the season, but I think the Colts will be a good team. I'm actually going to their stadium in a few months for a band comp, so I'm very excited for that. It's the biggest band comp in the country. I'm very excited. So, yeah, we get to perform at it, and I'm super, super excited. So I get to see that stadium, get to be on that field in a few months. Yeah. Fun. So, yeah, that's super exciting. I'm very, very excited. Yeah, anyways, let's get back to NFL. Yeah, but the Colts, I think, will be a good team this year. They were 9-8 last year. They had some weird losses, but some good wins. But, I think the Colts will actually be a good team this year. Actually, a solid team. I think they kind of a slow start to the season, but I think they'll be good. Still don't know if I'm sold on Anthony Richardson, just because that combine really put him. Well, we'll see. I think he could be a good quarterback. Because I'm going to go with the Texans and win this one. I think Texans are a really good team. I think they're going to be, honestly, they're my Super Bowl pick this year. And 72% go with the Texans. So, yeah. Moving on. All right, let's do it. Okay. Moving on. Jaguars, Dolphins, little Florida action here. Jaguars had a very anticlimactic way to end their season. They were so good, and then injuries happened, and they ended up 9-8. Yeah. Again. Yeah, they missed the playoffs. But they won every single preseason game. In the Dolphins, well, actually, let me go with Dolphins. And actually, let me start with the Jaguars. Jaguars, they did lose, what's his name, Calvin Ridley to the Titans in the offseason. Yeah, that's one of those players on the Titans. The Titans got their wide receiver rooms, Hopkins, DeAndre Hopkins, Titans wide receiver rooms, DeAndre Hopkins, Calvin Ridley, and Tyler Boyd now. Yeah, forgot to mention that. And that, of course, Boyd left the Bengals. Yeah, anyways, the Jaguars, though, they drafted a lot of LSU players, and I respect it because I love LSU. But they did get Brian Thomas out of the draft. That's a really good pick for them. He's a really good wide receiver. I've seen him play at LSU. He's really, really good. Him and Neighbors went off last season. So yeah. And I think that would be really good. And they drafted a lot of LSU players. They got Brian Thomas, Mason Smith, and Jordan Jefferson. a lot of LSU players. I love it though. So yeah. They've had a history of drafting LSU players too. They got Caleb on Chase on a few years ago. Yeah. Anyways, there's that. Jaguars think will be a good team. We'll see how they do. I think they're due for a rebound season at this point. Yeah. They're due for revenge, I guess. And the Dolphins, they got OBJ, although he's been practically injured for 2 years now. But we'll see how OBJ can do with them. They got a really good wide receiver room now. They got Jalen Waddle. They're back to Bears still. Tyreek Hill, of course, and OBJ. You could argue that's the best wide receiver room in the whole NFL. I think they could compare with the 49ers. Yeah. Anyways, and they also re-signed Mike McDaniel through 2028. Mike McDaniel is probably my favorite coach in the league at this point. He's a super good coach, and he has a great personality as well. But yeah. Anyways, I watch Hard Knocks. That's why. Anyways, I'm actually going to Dolphins win this one. I'm surprised it's just lopsided. 79%. I'd be more like 62%, but I think it'll be a pretty close game. Anyways, I just think that in that season for Jaguars didn't look good for them. So yeah, anyways, I'm picking for that game. 79% go to the Dolphins. I also picked the Dolphins, but I think Jaguars will win. Dolphins will win. Yeah. Anyways, Vikings, Giants. Oh boy, here we go. A tale of two quarterbacks. Unfortunate stories about quarterbacks. Let's start with the Vikings. Vikings, man, it's just been a rough offseason for them, lately. First off, I forgot his name, but they drafted that dude from Oregon, and then unfortunately he passed away. Rest in peace. That is super tragic. That's really, really sad. Yeah, there's that. That's just really, really sad how that happened. Rest in peace. And then they got J.J. McCarthy, of course, as their future quarterback, and he gets injured and he's out for the rest of the season he's out for the whole season. So Sam Darnold's your starter now, which not great. And of course, they lost Kirk Cousins. But they do have Justin Jefferson, who's arguably the best player in the NFL at this point. Yeah. So there's that. Justin Jefferson's one of my favorite wide receivers in the NFL. I mean, I guess the LSU fan in me just. Well, I actually got two LSU wide receivers in this game, but because we'll talk about Giants in a bit. But of course, Justin Jefferson was on that 2019 LSU team, so I love pretty much every player on that team. Yeah. Anyways, but Justin Jefferson's will really help him. They still have what's his name, dude from USC, Jordan Addison. Yeah. Although I think he fell asleep in his car. I think it was him. I don't know. Yeah, but anyways, there's that. They had a rough offseason, although Chiefs had a chaotic offseason too. Yeah, anyways, Vikings, though, we'll see how they do. In the Giants, I mean, oh my God, I almost made Malik Neighbors thing. I almost called him Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones, he's just not looking good, bro. I'm sorry, but he's just not looking good. I mean, we'll see if he can rebound from those preseason games, but we'll see what he can do. But Daniel Jones, I don't know what to think of making him at this point. I forgot to mention, Jaguars got Mac Jones as their backup. To be honest with you, but for the Giants, they did make some improvements. Well, I guess they try to make improvements to their offense. Definitely, they made some improvements. They lost Darren Waller because he retired, and I guess he's off making music videos now. But they drafted my favorite wide receiver of the draft, well, one of my favorite wide receivers, Malik Neighbors, who is from LSU, of course. And I'm just saying, this could be an OBJ story all over again, because back in 2013, 2012, I forgot what year it was, Giants drafted OBJ, a really good wide receiver for LSU. In 2024, they drafted Malik Neighbors, a really good wide receiver from LSU. Could be the next OBJ. I think Malik Neighbors could be an elite wide receiver. It's just we'll see if the quarterback situation will be okay. But yeah. I mean, Malik Neighbors is a really good player. He broke records at LSU last year. I mean, that's with Jamar Chase being in that record system too. Brian Thomas, yeah. And OBJ, and a lot of good wide receivers at LSU. So yeah. Anyways, I'm actually gonna go with the Giants to win this game. I just think Vikings are gonna have a slow start. I still think Vikings will be good. I think they will lose to the Giants. I think we won those games. It's kind of a fluky law. I don't know. I just don't think the Giants are actually gonna squeeze a win out of this. And 37% go to the Giants. I'm in the minority, but still, yeah. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Raiders Chargers. Now, where have I seen this before? Oh yeah, last time they played each other, the Raiders killed them 63-21. But different teams now. What the? Oh, so the Raiders did not win a single preseason game. They tied in one, but they didn't win one. But the preseason doesn't really matter, in my opinion. But Raiders, I think they feel like they lost more players than they gained, to be honest with you. They have Antonio Pierce as their coach now, who I think could be a good coach. I mean, he was pretty good as an interim, so there's that. And they do have, I think Gardner Minshew's their starter, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. The quarterback situation is kind of weird there. It's like Gardner Minshew, Aiden O'Connell as the two best quarterbacks there, which I just don't know if that's going to be a permanent option for them, but who knows? Gardner Minshew's got. I like Gardner Minshew, but like I just don't know if he'll be the permanent starter. But we'll see what I can do. I guess Jimmy G's now on the 49ers. On the Rams. That's really weird to think that he's on the Rams now. Yeah, but there's that, and they lost Josh Jacobs. I don't even know who they were. Zamir White or whatever his name is. I forgot. I know I drafted their running back in one of my fantasy leagues, but yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go. Actually, wait, I'm jumping guns. Yeah, is that now? Let's talk about the Chargers. Chargers. I mean, oh yeah, and Raiders got Brock Bowers out of the draft. Was a really really good tight end. So yeah, they also had Devontae Adams still. So yeah. Next up, we have the Chargers. Chargers get they fired Brand. They had a really bad season last year. Of course, they fired Brandon Staley, replaced him with the reigning college football national champion coach Jim Harbaugh, who is back in the NFL after all these years. I mean, he made the Super Bowl with the 49ers a while ago, so we'll see how he can do. I think any offense is better than Brandon Staley. I mean, we see college coaches like struggle, but I think in this case, Jim Harbaugh actually ran him pretty good. Like, we see Urban Meyer not do good in NFL. I think Nick Saban had the same situation, yeah. But we'll see. I think Jim Harbaugh has NFL experience, so that's definitely helpful. Experience as a head coach, he's been to the Super Bowls, yeah. And he's come off a national championship. He drafted some Michigan players, of course, like Junior Colson and some others. They also got Joe Alt out of the draft, which I think that is a good pick. I think that they'll help Justin Herbert get protected, and then they also got Lab McConkey from Georgia, which as long as he's not muffing punts like he did against Kent State a few years ago, that's a good option. That's a good pick for the Chargers. They definitely need wide receivers because Quentin Johnston, from what I've heard, is struggling, unfortunately. They also lost Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, so yeah, that wide receiver room is a question mark, but I think the Chargers will be solid this year. So it could be a better team this year. I think it could be like a 9-8 team. Yeah. I'm going to go Chargers. 59% go with them. It's a little close. I guess I could see why it's closer just because last time they played each other, Raiders kicked their butt. Yeah. Anyways, there's that. So I think the Chargers will win that game. Yeah. Yeah. I always think that looks like hair to me, like that Chargers logo looks like hair. Yeah. That's what I thought at first. It kind of looks like hair, like you can put on top of someone's head, looks like hair. Yeah, who's Broncos? Seahawks. Broncos are kind of a weird situation. I mean, they lost Justin Simmons and they lost, what's his name? The one that wide receiver, Jerry Jeudy, I think it was, to the Browns. One of their wide receivers, I forgot which one. I think that's him, yeah. But they did get Bo Nix out of the draft, who I know he started like 20-something years in college football, but like Bo Nix has a lot of experience being under center, and I think he'll be good. So Bo Nix could be the next guy. Who knows? I mean, he's similar. Sean Payton says he's similar to Drew Brees, so I'll take his word for it. And yeah, we'll see what he can do. Yeah. And I don't know who else they got, man. There's that. And they got Pete Carmichael as their offensive. Pete Carmichael on their staff now, which, I mean, I know he had a very bad ending to the Saints, but he's reunited with Sean Payton. They did really good things with each other. So who knows? We'll see what the Broncos can do. And the Seahawks, Pete Carroll left, and then, he stepped down from head coach. I don't know. I don't know exactly how it happened, but I know he got fired. Yeah, but he's no longer the head coach. Now it's, what's his name? Mike McDonald is their head coach now. Mike McDonald's their head coach. And what the heck is that score? 27-2, so I just saw that. So I think he was good with the Ravens last year. So yeah. And Geno Smith's their quarterback still, who knows how he could be in, but if he doesn't work out, Sam Howell's back there. Although he's been struggling, I think, from what I've heard. Yeah. They do have DK Metcalf and Kenneth Walker. Then who's her? Oh, uh, why? How do I forget his name? What's the Seahawks wide receiver name? The other one, something Russell. I don't know. I don't know how I forgot that. Yeah, what's his name? Tyler Lockett. Don't know what. And also Jackson Smith, or JSN. Yeah. Anyways, Seahawks. I think the game's gonna. I think the Seahawks are gonna win this game. I mean, we've seen this before. uh, I think the Seahawks will win the opening game against the Broncos once again, and 65% go to the Seahawks as well. So yeah, no Russell Wilson obviously for the Broncos. That was just a failure for the Broncos. Anyways, Cowboys Browns. This ought to be a pretty good game. I know I wasn't really high on the Browns. Who knows? I mean, they lost a lot of preseason games, but I think the Browns could be a good team. I just don't. I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know if they're. I think they could be good. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, they got Jerry Jeudy now. They also have Amari Cooper still. Deshaun Watson should be healthy. Although they've been doing better without Deshaun Watson, ironically. So what do I know? Or at least they've been fine without him. But what the? No, I'm not going on Tabola feed right now. Anyways, but the Browns, I know they barely had any draft picks, but still, I think they could be good. Sure. I mean, well, Nick Chubb, I know is kind of questionable return time, but still, we'll see how they do that. And the Cowboys, I know Jerry Jones. People make fun of Jerry Jones, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't, because I know me and my boy Ayush make fun of him. He's a Cowboys fan too. But they made some moves. I mean, they got what's his face, Eric Kendricks, who else? Ezekiel Elliott back. I don't know. That's gonna turn off of them. They got Dalvin Cook now, which I think that's a good pick because I mean, he's been really quiet since he left the Vikings. I guess they could revive him. But yeah. Anyways, there's that. Yeah, I said Andrew Kendrick. I said it, but like, they got. I think they got Andrew Booth, or I don't know. I forgot who Andrew Booth. But yeah. They drafted Tyler Guyton and Cooper Beebe and some other players, so we'll see that works. Yeah, so get the O line working again with Tyron Smith leaving the team to the Jets. Yeah, and we'll see Prescott. We'll have another good season. Anyways, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys to win this one. It'll be close, and 68% go with the Cowboys. So yeah, Cowboys are one of the teams that have a really good regular season and then fall in the playoffs. Yeah, I'm actually seeing the Cowboys play the Ravens in a few weeks in person. So yeah. And then now we have a game I'll be watching. Commanders versus Buccaneers. Commanders, I think, could be a sneaky good team this year. Because the Commanders, I know they lost Jahan Dotson and all that, but, like, they got a new coach. Dan Snyder's not their owner anymore. Well, that happened before last year, but, like, they got rid of Sam Howell. And they got Jaden Daniels out of the draft, who's my favorite quarterback out of the draft. I mean, he's from LSU. So, yeah, that's all. He was amazing last year. He won the Heisman. He was really. I mean, he literally has stats that compare to Burrow, which I never thought anyone would match Burrow ever again. But Jaden Daniels, man, he's really good. I love Jaden Daniels. I mean, he's from LSU, and that's amazing. Yeah, I mean, he transferred from Arizona State. He was good his first year, and he was amazing his second year. I mean, Jaden Daniels literally is the reigning Heisman winner. I mean. If he had a better, if LSU actually had a defense last year, they would have been a national championship team probably. I know it's a hot take, but still, they had the Jaden Daniels, Malik Neighbors, and Brian Thomas had the best offense in college football last year. I mean, just look at the stats; they were amazing, and Jaden Daniels could really make that team good again. So I'll be very intrigued to see that. And they also got Ben Simmons and what's his name? Zach Ertz, some new tight ends. You also have Zerzan Newton. I think they drafted Zerzan Newton. Yeah, and they also have like Luke McCaffrey, Christian McCaffrey's brother. They also got like who else? Which Terry McLaurin's still on the team. Who else did they get? They got Austin Eckler, Brian Robinson's still there. He's got a lot of potential. Yeah, not Bijan Robinson, Brian Robinson Jr. I know that sounds like their brothers or something. And then I think who'd they get? Yeah. I feel like they got another wide receiver. There's that. So yeah. And then the Commanders. Oh wait, excuse me, the Buccaneers now. I just covered the Commanders obviously, but the Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield's back. They re-signed him. They had a good season last year. Actually, way better season than people thought. They made the playoffs. They had a solid season, I guess. They won a playoff game against against the Eagles team that fell off, and then they lost to the Lions in a pretty close game. So, anyways, for this one, I mean they got Mike Evans back, and I don't really know what else they got. They got what's his name? Who did they get at the draft? I forgot. Who's that? Anyways, I'm gonna go with the Commanders win this game. I know the odds are against them. I think the Commanders. I think Jay Daniels is the best quarterback. He'll be the best rookie quarterback. I think he'll win Rookie of the Year. So yeah, people be sleeping on Jay Daniels. I'm just saying. I know you might be like, "Oh, you're biased." Listen, this man can run. He can pass. He can do practically anything. So yeah, 31% with the Commanders. I think the Commanders will be a good team this year. Yeah. And then Sunday Night Football is back, baby. Only 2 more games to cover. The Rams versus Lions. A little rematch from the playoffs last year. Rams, they got Matthew Stafford's back again, of course. They also have Nakua and Cooper Kupp. They got a really good wide receiver room. Also, what's his name? Tutu Atwell and then some other dude. What guy's name? D. Robinson. That's Todd Higbee. And then they also have Jimmy G as their backup now. I think they got DJ Chark, if I'm not mistaken. That was the Chargers. I think that got him. Yeah. Sorry, wrong LA team. I think the Rams could be a good team I think the Rams would be a good team this year. And the Lions, they were so good last year, and they could. And then after losing the NFC Championship but choking it away, I think they're set for revenge. I think they could win the Super Bowl. I think they could win the Super Bowl this year. But we'll see what happens. Anyways, yeah. But they got who they got. Most of their teams back. They could like Jared Goff, Jameson Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. Yeah, I thought they got some players. They got Terry and Arnold. I almost said Tyler Guyton for a second. They got Terry and Arnold at the draft, I believe. If I'm mistaken. So yeah, I think I think the Lions can win this one. They're just a really good team. 78% go with the Lions. The Lions are living a life right now. The Lions. Anyways, last but not least, we got Monday Night Football. The Jets, of course, play Monday Night Football once again. I gotta change our logo. Gotta update the logo at this point, but yeah, it was Jets. Aaron Rodgers is back. We'll see if he actually survives more than 4 plays this year. And then they also they got Tyron Smith. Yeah, so we'll see. They also got Mike Williams. We'll see what they do with them. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is set up Jets are set up for a revenge season, like a redemption season, shall I say. They got rid of Zach Wilson. They gave him to the Broncos, of course. So no more Zach Wilson, I guess. They do have Jordan Travis as their backup. Yeah, I think it's a sneaky good pick because Jordan Travis was probably be like a first rounder if he didn't get injured last year, at least a second rounder. But he got injured, of course, and that really derailed his season and his Florida season. Yeah. Anyways, there's that. Yeah. But the Jets, We'll see. They got Sauce Gardner, of course, Garrett Wilson, a lot of great players. A lot of young potential on that team. Brees Hall. Yeah. And the 49ers, oh no. And the 49ers, they have, I know the drama about Brandon Ayuk leaving. That's a while, but he re-signed somehow after all that. And Deebo Samuel's back. They also have Juwan Jennings, of course, and they also have Ricky Parasol, and unfortunately he did get shot and all that. And hopefully he does recover. Hopefully, I wish him a speedy recovery. Hopefully he's ready for the season. That's horrible, but again, hopefully he's okay. But Ricky Parasol is really good at Florida. So yeah, and actually during the draft, I know a lot of people. I actually I said on draft night that the 49ers would draft the wide receiver. And they did. Yeah, I didn't predict excuse me. Golly, I'm burping. I did not predict the exact one they did. But hey. I predicted they gave wide receivers. Yeah. Cuz I knew around the Ayuk and Deebo Samuel drama really the Ayuk drama started around there, but yeah. Anyways, San Fran's made the Super Bowl last year, of course, and really get Brock Purdy's a good quarterback and all that. So yeah. Anyways, their preseason record was 1-1-1. So that's a little strange, but what do I know? There's that. Anyways, sorry, I'm stretching. But to win this game, I think Aaron Rodgers will be healthy the whole game. But I think the 49ers are going to beat them. I think they went 77%. Wow, 77% go with them. Wow, that's crazy. I thought it'd be more like 59-41. 49ers just really good. Plus, it's in their own stadium. That's going to help them, yeah. Anyways, that's going to do it for this one. Hope y'all enjoyed. I know this one's really long, but who cares? Who cares? It's the beginning of the season. Anyways, thank y'all for watching. Please like, subscribe. Have a nice day, and goodbye. See y'all next one. Peace.